Hello guys, it's your fellow investor here, and today it's gonna be a little different video. There won't be no camera this time because I'm in a hurry. I have few deadlines expiring this Sunday, and also from yesterday's evening there was no water in my there was no water in my house. So luckily I have electricity this time, but I have no water here. So it's kind of problematic, but I hope they'll fix it somehow in today, so tomorrow there might be my face on next videos. I had big plans for tomorrow, but maybe there won't be like 3 videos as I planned, maybe just one. But yeah, thank you anyways for clicking on this video, and let's just go right into it. So what just happened? Well, there's this new really exciting company, Arrival, which jumped from $10.15 to $17 and within few trading sessions. And why is that? Well, there's been talks about going through SPAC, and it jumped about 15-20%. And when it was announced that it's public information and it's a done deal, well, it rose additional 50% or so. And I wanted to buy it. I wanted to make a video, but at the time, first I checked if I can get it on my broker, and I couldn't because I'm in Europe, and I did some stuff and some research, and the best broker for me, which allows me to trade stocks and buy stocks, all them, he doesn't have this kind of company in their list. So bad luck for me. But I wanted to make a video as well, so you guys can get the information out. But I got time just now on Saturday, and other YouTubers made their videos, so I'm probably really late with this information, but it is still relatable to my content, so therefore I deliver it. Better later than never, yeah. So let's just get more information about this. UK Electric went startup Arrival to get US listing at 5.4 billion valuation. So British Electric One startup Arrival has agreed to merge with CIIC Merger Corp to get a US listing at a market valuation of about $5.4 billion. It said on Wednesday. If we have a look right now, the market cap is 550 million roughly, so it is really unrelated still. CIIG is a special purpose acquisition company, also known as SPAC, a business that raises money on the stock market to buy an operating company. Arrival should receive roughly 660 million from the deal, due to be completed in the first quarter of 2021. This will include the 260 million CIIG raised in its IPO last year, and another 400 million raised from institutional investors, including BlackRock. BlackRock is one of the biggest institution holdings in the world, and if you see their name and that they're backing some kind of startup, it means it puts a big word into the startup. It puts a lot of confidence into investors. BlackRock is CIIG's largest shareholder with 7.5% stake, according to Refinitiv Aecon data. I hope I pronounced that right. Arrival, which is developing electric delivery vans and buses, will trade on Nasdaq under the ticker symbol ARVL and use the funds to expand production capacity. Its shareholders, including delivery firm UPS and Hyundai Motor Company, have approved the deal. Arrival raised $118 million from BlackRock last month, which is quite a big sum already. After the deal, CIIC will own around 12% of Arrival stock, with other investors including UPS and Hyundai owning about 88%. Arrival, which is also developing self-driving technologies, has an order of 10,000 electric delivery vans from UPS with an option for another 10,000. So it hasn't went through the merger, and they have orders already. I can see the similar scenario just like with Ride or Lordstown Motors, when they had about 20,000 in pre-orders, and they have now 3 months later they have 50,000. So it could realistically it could increase to 20,000 or 15,000 or 25,000 in the next upcoming months. Avinash Rugubur, I probably butchered that, so I'm apologize, president of Arrival, said those UPS vans would be depot autonomous, meaning they will be able to self-drive, for instance, from their charging stations to be clean. As autonomous driving technology advances, Arrival can then upgrade the vans UPS has under order. UPS can buy a vehicle today and we call it autonomous ready because we can upgrade that existing asset to be autonomous, Rugubur said. So this is quite huge. They can do it, I believe, remotely without really interfering the hardware. But we get into that in the later part of the video. Arrival is a potential rival to US startup Rivian, backed by Ford Motor and Amazon, among others, which is building 100,000 electric delivery vans for Amazon. Well, yeah, they are kind of rival to the Rivian, but Rivian is not yet publicly traded company, and I don't really know. There hasn't been much news about Rivian and their progress, only that they are a startup. So I wouldn't really consider them Rivian a rival right now. I would see a rival quite dominant if you compare it to Rivian. Tighter emissions regulations in Europe, China and California should boost demand for commercial electric vehicles. Research firm ID Tech X forecasts a new global commercial electric vehicle sales will hit around 2 million units by 2030 and 7.3 million by 2041. So huge news overall for the EV market, and another big EV player on the market which appeared a few days ago, which is Arrival. So let's head into their website. As we can see, they are really sick looking website compared to others. So yeah, this gives a lot of credibility already on the first look. Here we can see their products, which is the Arrival bus, which is really similar looking to some more modern buses already, but this is 100% electric and from really cheap yet durable materials and 100% recyclable. Same thing for their Arrival van. It has sick design. It is way cheaper to build than it's a half cheaper price than the average van they use for last mile deliveries, and it is also 100% recyclable as well. And here we can see how they differentiate from others, from their competition. While it's simple, they use their microfactories, and this is something I would like to go a little bit deeper. So every Arrival vehicle is produced in small footprint, low-cost microfactories. Microfactories use our new method of cell-based assembly instead of the traditional automotive production line. They can be deployed quickly, making use of existing commercial spaces and producing any type of vehicle to meet demand. Serving local communities. Each microfactory serves a city and its community, sourcing from the local area and developing custom vehicles for the region they are in. By localizing the supply chain, microfactories help to reduce the environmental impact of manufacturing. So therefore, this is really big. This is big differentiation from the other factories, which are not so flexible as theirs. At Arrival, we realize that products need to be defined and by the processes that make them. Designing vehicles for microfactory assembly is core to our product development process and is an essential part of what makes our vehicles unique. There's not really much to add to that because it's just well said. So what they claim about their materials? Arrival's proprietary composite materials are low-cost, strong and lightweight, 50% lighter than the steel, yet durable and resistant to damage. Any vehicle maintenance required is easier and more cost-effective as a result. Eliminating the use of sheet metal has removed complicated stamping and welding processes during manufacturing. Everything is molded and shaped to form the vehicle, which allows us to create any type of vehicle rapidly on demand. So As they mention in their microfactories, they can really adapt to the local environment where the microfactory is. We've considered the environmental impact throughout our vehicle's lifetime, ensuring the materials are recyclable and reusable at every stage of production, use and end of life. So this really differentiates them from any other automaker or EV automaker or EV van maker. So their models are modular and versatile. All of our components are designed on a modular grid-based system for simple assembly. Each component can be used across Arrival's different vehicle platforms, allowing manufacturing at a scale and rapid development of new vehicle types. Arrival components are all plug-and-play, hardware that's enabled by software. Each component is easily upgradable over the air, and when it's done, predictive software empowers quick replacement. So this is really huge, which not many companies can offer. This ability is to upgrade both hardware and software extends the lifespan of an Arrival vehicle by twice that of an average commercial vehicle. So yeah, just overall it's looking really good already. And here we can see how their technology kind of looks like. They got just a few pictures here and there. We do not even know if that's real or if it's just what to say, just 3D model, but we shall see in the future. And here I'd like to show more in-depth information in their investor presentation. If you are still watching, here is more juicy information for you. So here we have the transaction, some information, but it's already what was said on their website, so not much to add here. But here's what is interesting. So 10,000 in orders equals to $1.2 billion in orders. So we can kind of estimate their revenue right here, right there. Here is just another overview of their of their partners, how much they invested in them, what are their orders and their expectations, their approvals and stuff like that. But this is the most interesting outlooks in this presentation, what they're planning for in the next year. So in the next year, 2021, they are planning to or estimating to be building the electric bus. Then year after electric van, and in the same year large electric van. So probably the biggest competitor for a Workhorse. However, if Workhorse will be already doing their electric vans in 2021, they will have somewhat advantage against Arrival. But if Arrival will get enough funds and they will have a good team, they can maybe catch up to Workhorse. We shall see. But they also plan to create a small vehicle platform in 2023, but I'm not really sure if they'll even get there. But what is important also for electric bus, they expect start of production in the fourth quarter in 2021. So it is a year away from reality, from production, and delivery it might take you 1.5 years. So just keep that in mind. So here is what their claim is their advantage in savings, but we have to keep that in mind that they are not really naming the competitors. They're just saying that it's based, the competitors' data is provided by Arrival internal market research team. So there is not really that much of confidence and proof that they are really that more efficient. But I would say they would be maybe slightly more efficient, but we shall see really after they will build their products and do tests, and there will be more videos of their prototypes. Then there we can maybe see the real data, just like with Hyliion, but they already proved themselves. So yeah, it's really so far there are some question marks for me. Here is applied product, or how they like to imagine the UPS truck the UPS truck. Here is where they are actually comparing with current transit models, which are in work and in. So this is something I like to see more than just the general comparison, which is not too accurate. But this one I would say is more trusting, and I like this one way better. Here is just in model how they like to, how they like to make it actually. So it's looking really slick. So I can wait to see it in action. Here is their arrival bus. And again, they're comparing it with a specific model. So this is what I like to see. Overall, just dominating, and not that much, but still dominating in some categories by a lot, and in some not that much, but still overall just a win-win for the company. Again, another kind of slick and future-looking bus, but it's not that big of a move from current modern buses, in my opinion. And even I do not live in a really modern country, but it's not looking that advanced, but for some countries it might be a huge move forward. Here is their Unit 10 and 11 van microfactory, which is not that micro. It seems quite big for me. And here's another one in South Carolina, which is also pretty huge. Here is more in-depth information how they'll be producing the factories. We can see that they will start production in 2021 in the fourth quarter in the left corner, and they'll start producing in UK and EU in 2022 in the third quarter. This is another, as I would say, second most interesting thing from this presentation is why would people prefer a rival microfactory compared to traditional OEM factory. So we can see the production is the same, however, it only requires 2 shifts compared to 3 shifts. It is way smaller, it is half the price, and it takes only 6 months compared to 36 months. So this is really the big efficiency difference, which I believe it will give them a huge advantage and is really disruptive in my opinion. Here we can see what is their base, which is modular scalable platform, and from here they'll just focus on new things. They can just make a totally new vehicle on the customer's demand. So far they got a really nice conclusion. It significantly reduced vehicle development time, facilitates a rapid response to shifts in demand for different vehicle types. And the rivals' anticipated profitability at low volumes removes traditional restrictions of legacy manufacturing, which only sees profitability at millions of units. Arrival is creating local solutions that address local needs to improve mobility ecosystems and revitalize communities. So here we can see that their outlook is looking quite promising, but it's 4 years away, and if you compare it, for example, with Hyliion, it's not that much in 4 years. It's not going to be that profit. They won't have that much big of a revenue stream and profitability, but they don't really target that big of a market. So I'm not the expert in the electric van market, but overall it's looking still like really exciting company. Here we can see their business plan highlights, such as arrival projected volumes. While I would be maybe more skeptical with the buses, because we know that there's a green motor company which already has been quite proved with their bus technology, and they already have pre-orders for their buses. They already are on the roads, and they are overall more trusted company. So they might be competing. They might be just a competitor for them, but I would probably pick the more trusted company, which already is on the roads, and you can see their results, and that they are founded for some time and they're working for quite some time. So I might be skeptical in this sector. Then we have van and large van. Well, they'll maybe be more successful with the large van than when they're accounting 50% of their revenue will come from their vans. But there's going to be workers, there's going to be Ford, there's going to be maybe Rivian, there's a big competition, and 50% is quite a lot, so it might be less than they're projecting. But here we can see their pro forma equity ownership. So after all be done, they will be rewarded with $5.4 billion, which is a huge pile of cash. And this is probably what hypes the investors the most, because it's a lot of money. Here is where the companies try to project their solution as the best. But it is really good that they include a lot of companies, so they had to put more work into it than if they put only like one or two, like with Hyliion. But what is curious to me that they are projecting the other companies as they're not saving as that much as the other companies claim. So here I would take this spreadsheet with a big pinch of salt, because there is no way that Hyliion saves only 6% of total cost of ownership. They might be taking claiming the current hybrid solution. That would be roughly right there, yes, but they are not they're not really calculating the hybrid ERX version, and they have more pre-orders and stuff like that. But you can't really satisfy everyone. Here we can see that there's going to be a really long time until they start doing something, so this is really long-term investment. Here we have their rival management team. What piqued my interest is that they have a lot of employers, so even though they are a startup, they are already quite in work. And we can see their CEO. I've not done much digging because I'm not invested in this company, but I really encourage you to do digging into their management team, because you can find some unpleasant surprises or even pleasant surprises. It depends on the company, but if you did enough digging, for example with Nikola, you'd found out that Trevor Milton has not been very successful in past, and that he gained a fortune of money out of nowhere with no big reason. So that's it from this video. It's been quite a longer video, but they have a lot of information, a lot of things to offer. So I encourage you and recommend you to go on their website and read it, go through a presentation, take your time, 20 minutes of your time if you want to invest in this company. I would love to invest in this company, and I wanted to invest in it for $11 because I thought this is really intriguing price. However, now that it's over $17, I might wait for it. If I could buy it, I would maybe wait. I would maybe open up a really small position, just if it will go another 50%, that I have some buy point, and if it would go 30% down, I wouldn't be too worried and I would buy more. So I would, if you want to buy a really big position, maybe just wait, because right now it's really overheated. And what happened in past, when there was a SPAC announcement, the stock shot up into the sky and then it fell down and onto the ground. So you just be patient, because patience brings roses, and with roses you get success. So it's really looking exciting company, but 3 to 5 years is a lot of time, and we don't even know what's going to be in next year, if there's going to be another pandemic and stuff like that. So if you are already exposed heavily to the EV sector, maybe open up just a small position. But I'm not a financial advisor. This was made only for entertainment purposes, and I really thank you gratefully for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, you can leave the like, you can leave a thumbs up, and even a subscribe if you are feeling like it. And if I missed something, or you want me to or you want to share your opinion about this company, feel free to leave a comment as well. I'll happily chat with you in the comment section. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.